Good day everyone. My name is Merlyn Tornandizo from Bsba 1B. And so this video, I would like to tackle about digital self. So digital self. What is digital self? The digital self is the persona you use when you're online. Some people maintain one or more online identifiers that are distinct from their real world selves. So this one article support this study. What statistics say? According to this article, Medinalia 2016, the Philippines is the fastest growing market of smartphones in the Association of Southeast Asian Nations, or ASEAN, based on the report of a market research company. So, and other cyberspace. Cyberspace digital literacy refers to the virtual computer world, and more specifically an electronic medium that is used to facilitate online communication, means having the skills you need to live, learn, and work in a society where communication and access to information. Online disinhibition is the lack of restraint one feels when communicating online in comparison to communicating in person. There are three categories of online disinhibition. We're more likely to open up, show vulnerability, and share our deepest fears. We help others and we give willingly to donate on sites like Red Cross. Behind this toxic disinhibition, we're more likely to harass, abuse, and threaten others when we can see their face. We indulge our darkest desires. We hurt people because it's easy. Digital identity or online identity is a social identity that an internet user establishes in online communities and websites. It can also be considered as an actively constructed presentation of oneself, like this: I, me, myself, and my user ID online identity. A user ID is a unique identifier commonly used to log on to a website, app, or online service. It may be a username, account number, or email address. How do you build your online identity? So first, every website that you interact with will collect its own version of who you are based on the information that you have shared. Second is, it is up to you how will you represent yourself closely as who you are and what you do in real life. Next is to create representation far from your real life. Self-representation strategies and impression management. So we have here first is self-promotion. Refers to the practice of purposefully trying to present oneself as highly competent to other people. Second is ingratiation. Refers to behaviors that a person illicitly enacts to make others like him or her or think well of his or her qualities as a person. Exemplification. is defined as a strategic self-presentational strategy whereby an individual attempts to project an image of integrity and moral worthiness. Fourth is intimidation. It is an intentional behavior that would cause a person of ordinary sensibilities to fear injury or harm. Fifth is simplification. Strategy for self-presentation that involves depicting oneself as weak, needy, or dependent so as to motivate others to provide assistance or care. Impact of online interactions on the self. The development of the person's social aspects can be greatly influenced by technology due to an insufficient amount of real-life social encounters. Although online encounters are easy and more convenient. Positive impact of social media and online interaction on the self. First, social media sites inform and empower individuals to change themselves and their communities. Second, increase self-esteem when receiving many likes and shares. There are also negative impact of social media and online interaction on the self. We have very extensive online engagement is correlated with personality and brain disorders. Next is low self-esteem due to risk of being exposed to cyberbullying and cyberpornography. Boundaries of the self online is a personal boundaries are the set of guidelines, rules, or limits that a person to create identify reasonable, safe, and permissible ways for people to behave towards them and how they respond in case someone breaks the rules or overstep the limits. We have here public versus private. In many online environments, people cannot see others. Nobody can judge the statement and image because of the cloak of invisibility. In the public mode, the post will be treated as open book. Because of security, many online users are using private mode. Invisibility is also a gauge to misrepresent oneself. Personal, individual versus social identity online. Identity is made up of both personal identity and social identity. Social identity is usually based on group affiliation like in social media. Many people identify themselves as member of certain group, so that it will be easy for them to communicate their concerns or issues. Gender and sexuality online. A special concern is that boys raised in a traditional manner are socialized to conceal their emotions. Researchers have found that problem behaviors often characterize highly masculine adolescents. Gender intensification hypothesis states that psychological and behavioral differences between boys and girls become greater during early adolescence. And that's all my report. Thank you for listening. That's all my report. I hope you will keep in mind that digital self is very important in today's generation. Did you know that this report is to guide and to aware that social media is not um, is not safety to make our private posts um, will be seen to other people. And this is only one I can say. um, Keep, if you learn this report, keep and be aware for everything. Thank you and God bless.